Hi guys, it's Katie. There's another self-care tip video. I'm actually really excited about this one because I ran another Instagram story, a poll, and two things tied again. And I was like, wait a minute, there's actually an acupressure point that works for both. So I was like, yay! I get to, I don't want to say kill two birds with one stone because that sounds very violent, but you get my point. So it was insomnia and headaches. And there's actually a point at the base of the skull, top of the neck, that helps. I'm going to show you two different ways, although this is the video for option number one. I'm going to do another video for option two. But this is something you can do and practice 2 to 3 times a day. But you're going to do something a little differently for insomnia right before bed. Okay? Same thing, headaches and insomnia. You're going to find your hairline, and depending on where that is on your neck or base of your skull, you're going to go right up to the base of your skull. You're going to find this little divot, where the skull kind of curves down and comes into your neck. That's right in the middle. It's called GV16 or wind mansion, for those of you who like to know those particular details. You're going to take your middle fingers and gently press into that spot until you feel a little pressure. I like to use both hands just because I'm very symmetrical and this seems very off balance to me. But there's other things you can do with and hitting other points in other places. But for this particular video, I'm just going to show you this. So gently lift the chin up slightly to give a little more pressure if you like. Closing your eyes and then focus on your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. And elongating your exhales and holding that spot for about 1 to 3 minutes. That's a pretty standard procedure for all acupressure points. 1 to 3 minutes, maybe even a little longer depending. But I find that very hard to keep my arms up, so the next version is more of a passive style. But the one thing I want to tell you about for the insomnia and what you want to practice before bed is when you're holding that spot, GV16, begin to do a forced yawn. I know it sounds silly, but you're going to force yourself to yawn, and all of a sudden you start yawning. Have you ever been in a restaurant or talking with a friend and all of a sudden they start yawning and then you start yawning? Yawning's contagious. And so this is just another like a trick of the mind that it will begin to signify to the body it's time for rest, it's time for sleep. So again, practice that particular point for 1 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day, but at the nighttime version, do the yawning. Let me know if you have any questions.